All right, ready to dive into something a little different today.
I'm game. What have you got?
A cleaning ritual, but not just any cleaning ritual.
Oh. I'm intrigued. Lay it on me.
It's designed to attract prosperity.
Okay, now that's interesting. Tidy house equals tidy bank account. I've heard of manifesting, but this is a new one.
Right. Apparently so, at least according to the source we are exploring. It claims this whole practice comes from Buddhist teachings.
Interesting. There is that emphasis on the connection between our environment and well-being in Buddhism.
Yeah, and this takes the whole clear space, clear mind thing to a whole other level.
How so?
Well, the video we're looking at claims that you can actually attract serious cash in under 24 hours using this ritual.
Wow, that's a pretty bold claim.
Right. I'm all for a clean house, but that seems, well, a little magical, don't you think?
It does sound like a bit of a leap. But then again, it does tap into a broader belief about the energy of our surroundings. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how a cluttered space can make you feel like weighed down?
Oh, absolutely. Messy desk equals messy brain for me, 100%.
Right. It can impact your productivity, your mood, everything.
So how does this ritual actually work? How do you go from cleaning your bathroom to, attracting wealth?
Well, the idea is that when your home is disorganized, it's like you're blocking opportunities.
Blocking opportunities, okay.
Yeah, including the kind that bring prosperity. So cleaning, on the other hand, is supposed to harmonize these energies.
So it's not just about making your house sparkling clean. It's about doing it with a certain intention.
Exactly. The video really stresses that it's the mindful cleaning, the intention you put into it, that makes all the difference.
So are there specific areas of the house that are more important to focus on?
That's what the video says, yeah. It highlights places like the entrance to your home.
Okay, the entrance makes sense.
The kitchen.
The kitchen, heart of the home.
Exactly. And even the bathroom.
The bathroom, really?
Yeah, they're all seen as key points for energy to either flow in or flow out.
Interesting. Kind of reminds me of Feng Shui, how the placement of furniture and objects is supposed to influence the energy in a space.
It's very similar. So by tidying up these areas, you're basically clearing the path for prosperity to enter your life.
But how do you actually do that? What's the method?
Well, the ritual involves using certain ingredients while you're cleaning.
Ingredients like what?
Everyday things, stuff you probably already have in your kitchen. Bay leaves, lemons, cinnamon.
Oh, wait, like the bay leaves I use for cooking?
The very same. And good old-fashioned coarse salt.
Huh, okay. I never thought of those as prosperity-attracting ingredients.
Well, that's where the symbolism comes in. Each one is believed to have specific properties that can influence this whole idea of energy flow.
Okay, I'm definitely curious to hear more about that. So let's start with bay leaves. What's so special about them?
Well, they're often associated with achieving goals, and in this ritual, they're supposed to attract opportunities.
Okay, so they're like a magnet for good things.
And they're said to repel negative influences.
Oh, interesting. So like a negativity repellent.
Exactly, like clearing any energetic roadblocks.
All right, I can see how that ties into the whole clear space, clear mind thing. But lemons, I use them to clean countertops. Does that count?
Well, in this ritual, lemons are used to cleanse and purify the energy of your space.
Like energetically wiping the slate clean.
Exactly. The video even suggests visualizing your financial worries dissolving as you use the lemon.
Okay. I have to admit, I'm getting a little curious about this. What about cinnamon? I know it smells amazing, but does it actually attract money?
Well, that's what the video claims. Cinnamon is often linked to success and abundance in a lot of spiritual practices.
Really?
In this ritual, it's said to have a kind of magnetic energy that draws prosperity toward you.
Okay, so we've got bay leaves to clear the way, lemon to purify, and cinnamon to bring in the good stuff. What about salt? Isn't that usually for warding off bad luck?
Salt has a long history of being associated with purification and protection in lots of cultures. In this ritual, it's all about absorbing negative energy.
So it's like a sponge for all the bad vibes.
Exactly. And it's supposed to help break any patterns of financial difficulty.
So we've got all these symbolic meanings attached to these everyday ingredients. But I'm still a little fuzzy on how it all works together in the actual ritual.
Well, the video outlines a very specific step-by-step process. It combines the cleaning with these ingredients and a whole lot of visualization and intention.
Okay, so before we dive into the nitty-gritty of how to actually do this ritual, let's take a quick pause to process all this information. We'll be right back to unpack those step-by-step instructions. All right, we're back and ready to get into the details of this prosperity cleaning ritual.
Yeah, let's break it down step by step.
So where do we even begin?
Well, it all starts pretty simply with boiling a pot of water.
Okay, sounds easy enough so far.
But here's where the intention comes in. As the water is heating up, you're going to add a few bay leaves to the pot.
The same bay leaves I use to make soup.
Yep, those ones.
Yep.
And as you do this, you're supposed to really visualize your financial goals, whatever those may be for you.
So it's not just tossing them in, it's about really picturing those goals as the water simmers.
Exactly. The idea is to kind of infuse the water with those intentions.
Okay, I'm starting to get the picture. What's next?
Then you add lemon juice to the mix. Squeeze it right in as you visualize any financial anxieties you might have just dissolving away.
So it's kind of like symbolically cleansing yourself of those negative thoughts.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that. So we're clearing the way, so to speak. What about the salt? Where does that fit in?
So next you sprinkle the salt into the pot.
Okay.
And as you do, you want to declare out loud that you are breaking free from any patterns of financial difficulty.
It's like a mini declaration of financial independence right there in your kitchen.
You got it.
I love it.
And to round it all out, add a cinnamon stick,
Okay.
or even some ground cinnamon,
All right.
to the pot. And as you do this, visualize abundance flowing into your life, filling your home.
Okay, so we've got this like potent potion brewing on the stove, infused with all these good vibes. What happens next? Do we drink it?
Not quite. It's actually a cleaning solution. Once it cools down a bit, you use it to clean specific areas of your home.
Okay.
The video emphasizes starting with the entrance to your house,
Makes sense.
because that's seen as the gateway for energy to enter.
So you're like welcoming the prosperity in.
Exactly. You wipe down the doors, the doorknobs, the frame, everything. And as you do this, you just keep visualizing that prosperity flowing in.
So it's not just about cleaning for cleanliness' sake. It's about imbuing every action with that intention.
That's the key. And you continue that as you move through the house. Focus on the areas where you spend a lot of time.
Like the living room.
Yeah, the living room, the kitchen.
The kitchen where you nourish yourself.
Exactly. And as you clean, visualize money circulating freely through those spaces.
What about the bathroom? You mentioned the bathroom earlier.
Ah, yes. You definitely want to clean the bathroom thoroughly.
Okay, any particular reason?
Well, bathrooms are often seen as places where energy can drain out.
Oh, I see.
So the idea is to prevent any negativity from accumulating there.
You don't want all that good energy you're building up to just go down the drain, right?
Exactly. And as you move through each room, you just keep that visualization going. See yourself surrounded by abundance.
So it's really about turning everyday chores into a mindful practice. What about when you're done cleaning? What do you do with the leftover water?
According to the video, you pour any remaining liquid at the entrance of your home.
So it's like the final step in sealing in the ritual.
That's the idea, like a symbolic welcome to new beginnings.
So we've done all this cleaning, set our intentions, and cleared the path for abundance. Then what? Do we just sit back and wait for the money to roll in?
Well, this is where things get really interesting. The video claims that in the next 24 hours, you should really pay attention to any signs that the ritual has worked.
Signs? Like what kind of signs?
It could be anything, really. An unexpected message from a friend, a new opportunity that comes your way, or even just feeling more energetic.
So it's about being open to possibilities, even if they're not what you expect.
Exactly. The video stresses that abundance doesn't always come in the form of money. It could be new ideas, inspiration, or even meeting someone who can help you in some way.
It's about recognizing abundance in all its forms. I like that.
But the video also emphasizes that it's not just about passively waiting for things to happen. You have to take action.
So the cleaning ritual is like an energetic boost, but it's up to us to actually make things happen.
Exactly. It's about aligning your actions with your intentions. Now, the video focuses on this 24-hour window, but it also gives some suggestions for sustaining that positive energy and keeping the abundance flowing.
Well, that makes sense. You wouldn't want to do all this work just to have it fizzle out after a day. So what do?
One suggestion is to repeat the ritual regularly. The video mentions Sundays or full moons as particularly potent times to do it.
Sunday's the start of a new week. I can see that. And full moons are associated with, like, heightened energy, right?
That's right. It's all about tapping into those natural cycles. The video also stresses the importance of gratitude and maintaining a positive mindset.
So it's not just about the ritual itself. It's about cultivating an attitude of abundance in everyday life.
Precisely. If you're constantly focusing on what you lack, it's going to be harder to attract what you want.
Right. It's like you got to make space for the good stuff to come in. But is there like any real evidence for any of this? Or is it just magical thinking?
That's a great question. While I can't speak to any hard scientific evidence, there's definitely something to be said for the power of belief.
Right. Even if it's just a placebo effect. If you believe something will work, it might.
Exactly. And don't forget, the act of cleaning itself can be therapeutic. A tidy space, a tidy mind, right?
True. So this ritual takes that a step further by adding the symbolism and the intentionality. It's about creating a space that reflects what you want to bring into your life.
It's like you're actively participating in shaping your reality.
Now, before we get too carried away with all this talk about manifesting wealth, it's important to stay grounded.
Absolutely. This ritual is not a substitute for managing your money responsibly.
It's not like a magic bullet. You can't just clean your house once and expect to become a millionaire.
Right. Think of it more as creating a supportive environment for your financial goals, setting the stage. But the real work comes from making smart decisions and putting in the effort.
So it's a holistic approach. You clean your space, you clear your mind, and then you take action in the real world.
You got it. And while this video focuses on financial prosperity, it does make you wonder, could this idea of ritual cleaning be applied to other areas of our lives?
Ooh, that's an interesting thought. Like what?
I don't know, maybe rituals to attract love or boost creativity or even improve health?
So many possibilities.
Many spiritual traditions believe that our thoughts and intentions directly shape our reality.
So if we can use this ritual for prosperity, why not for other things as well?
Exactly. It's an invitation to think about how we can consciously direct our energy to create the life we want.
I love that. Now, there's one more thing I wanted to touch on before we wrap up. The video briefly mentions incorporating sound into this ritual.
Oh yeah, that's right. It suggests playing certain mantras or specific sound frequencies while you're cleaning.
Interesting. Like what kind of frequencies? And why add sound to the mix?
Well, the video mentions things like 528 hertz and 741 hertz.
Those numbers sound familiar.
They're often associated with healing and transformation, attracting positive energy.
Oh, right. I think I've heard of those. So it's like layering another level of intention onto the ritual.
Exactly. Sound is powerful. It can influence our moods, energy levels, even our thoughts.
So by incorporating these specific sounds, you're basically amplifying the effects of the cleaning.
You could say that. It's about creating a multi-sensory experience that aligns you with your intentions.
Makes sense. The video also mentions burning incense after you're done cleaning, specifically scents like cinnamon, bay leaf, or sandalwood.
Oh yeah, incense is a classic way to cleanse a space. Lots of spiritual traditions use it.
So it's another way to engage the senses and make the whole experience more immersive.
Absolutely. And those scents you mentioned are often linked with abundance and prosperity.
Right, so it ties into the overall intention of the ritual. Wow, this is really a multi-sensory experience. It's not just about cleaning, it's about creating a whole atmosphere.
It's about transforming something ordinary into something sacred.
I love that. Well, we've covered a lot of ground today. We explored the steps, the symbolism, the potential psychological effects, and even the role of sound and scent. Before we sign off, let's take a moment to recap the key takeaways for our listeners. So we've really broken down this whole prosperity cleaning ritual, from Buddhist teachings to the ingredients and the step-by-step process. But what's the main takeaway here?
You know, I think the heart of it is the power of intention. Whether you believe in all the energy stuff or not, there's something to be said for consciously aligning your actions with what you want.
Right, it's like taking control even if it starts with cleaning your house.
Exactly. And even the ritual itself, with all the symbolism, it can be a kind of mental trick. It focuses your mind.
Like setting the stage for success.
Yeah. And you know, even if the results aren't as amazing as the video makes it sound, there's still value in doing it.
How so?
Just cleaning can be therapeutic, right?
Yeah, I definitely feel better in a clean space.
But adding the intention, the visualization, it can be like a form of mindfulness.
It's like making the everyday stuff meaningful.
Totally. And that's something you can apply to anything, not just your finances.
Right. If you do things with more intention, maybe you get better results.
It's worth a shot.
This whole conversation has really made me think about how what's around us affects us, and then how we feel affects what we do.
It's all connected, right?
So maybe there's something to this energy and intention thing after all.
It's definitely food for thought.
Well, as we wrap up this deep dive into the prosperity cleaning ritual, we want to hear from you.
Yeah. What resonated with you?
Are you going to try it? Or maybe just start being more intentional in general. Whatever your takeaway, we hope you found it interesting.
And who knows, maybe you'll attract a little extra abundance along the way.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll catch you next time.